What's up, everyone? It's Matt Morozic, and this is still a continuation of my Crossbones kit, but not really a kit dilemma. So, as my last video showed, I was told by the factory to try to use hot water to get things apart while things started to break. And so they're going to redo all the kits and supposedly making me a new kit. But now the factory is telling the producer that they can't do a kit because they'd have to redesign the packaging, which is a bunch of bullshit. So I've decided to make a video to show the factory how they can do this without having to redesign any of the packaging, because it's pretty simple. Again, other factories do this all the time. I don't know why it's so difficult for these guys to do it, but I'm going to make some suggestions. So this is how it comes when you first open the box. This is the art box. I put everything back in here, but I'm going to go layer by layer and show them, give them some suggestions on how to do this so they don't have to redesign the packaging. So I'm going to open this up, and here's my sticker, my label. I didn't show the label in my review, but it's pretty cool. I got number 1 of 7 kits. So I'm not going to take the foam out of the box. I'll leave it in the box because it's just easier. Hopefully my mic will stay on as I walk around. And I've got Crossbones over here to the side, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go layer by layer. So when you first open it up, the first thing you're greeted by is this layer where Crossbones sits, all this stuff sits. So I'm just going to pull this out and pull it to the side. And I'm going to take them apart and put them back in here. And that may not really show a lot because I don't have all the stuff, but explain to the factory how they can do this without having to redesign the packaging. All right, so I got Crossbones here, over back here behind us. I'm going to unclip for a second. What we're going to do, I'm going to put them on a chair next to me. Maybe you can still hear me. Pick it up and put them on a chair. Hopefully you won't fall off the chair. Okay. So here's Crossbones. I don't know if you can see that in the picture or not. So he's off to the side here, okay? Just have him on a chair. Again, nothing but the greatest video production for your viewing pleasure. Okay, so it's fairly simple what they have to do. It doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure this out. First of all, I'm going to take this apart a little bit. Let's put that there. Let's put this over here. I know my head's in the way again. My head's always in the way. I got a big head. It's going to take some stuff out. I figured the barbed wire just kind of sits back, just kind of gets wedged back in there, but between some rocks. I saw someone display theirs with the shield over here, which I thought looked pretty good. John Williams did a really good review of the painted piece, and after watching his review, I do agree that the shield is too big. But I happen to have, if I can get it out. Let's see. I happen to have 2, not 1, but 2 aluminum quarter-scale Captain America shields. And these are done really well. And these are probably more accurately sized. And actually, I'll be right back. Sorry, this is kind of a combo video. Again, I hadn't planned on doing this part, but I figure since I'm here. So I do happen to have the Secret Empire prototype back in my possession. I normally don't do repairs. Actually, I don't do repairs. People constantly ask me to fix stuff, but this is I kind of agreed to this, and I shouldn't have. But anyway, here's the Secret Empire shield, and here's the other shield that I have. And even this one's just a hair bigger than this, but still, this thing's pretty damn massive. So even with John Williams' review is pretty spot on as far as the scale of the shield. I think it's just too big. So I'll probably end up using this little guy painting this up. But I got 2 of these guys. I bought them from a guy in the UK who makes extra pieces for custom for statues. So he had a few and I bought them, and they weren't too bad. I think I paid I don't know, maybe I paid $20, $30 a piece. I don't know, they weren't too bad. My initial thought was to paint them up and use them on the Alpha 3 Captain America, or this one, the Secret Empire. Anyway, back to Crossbones. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way. So I'm gonna take this apart. Hopefully I don't. Oops, I forgot. I gotta take the barrel off first. Then this can come out. There we go. Okay, for the first part, as far as what the factory doesn't need to do. So on my piece, it's interesting. There's actually a wire. There's a wire casted within the gun here, and it's sticking out, so I have to grind that off. So this gun doesn't need to be taken apart, in my opinion. This can all stay one piece, except for this right here, which on mine came loose anyway. Like the glue joint broke. And I think even on John Williams' painted piece, this came broke. So it's real simple. You just take this out. There you go. There's one piece. Don't glue this in. Leave that separate. Okay. Hopefully they're watching. I'm just going to kind of dry fit it back in there. And then this can go back in the box with the barrel. Don't glue the barrel on. Ideally, just like in the production pieces, this piece is broken down. So two options. Just dry fit this together. Don't glue it, and just dry fit it to here. Just like this, no glue. Again, we're not gluing this to this. You could leave this dry fitted or put these pieces in a bag, and without having to recut any foam, you can put it right back in here. No problem whatsoever. So this could go in here like this, just as it is, no problem. You don't have to recut the foam or anything. This could be just dry fit together, or throw all these pieces in a bag, just loose in a bag, and throw them right in there. Just like that. Okay? This is how it came anyway. It came like this, kind of dry fitted. Ideally, these aren't glued together, because they showed production photos of this not glued together. When they were doing the painted piece, they showed all the barrels in these pieces, all the barrels in these pieces separate. So just leave them unglued, and then throw them in here. So there's the first dilemma. Perfect, done. You don't have to do anything else, and don't have to cut any foam. Now, if you notice, there's a huge amount of space right in here. You know what that would be perfect for? It would be perfect for this backpack. You could throw it right on top in a bag with some foam, with some bubble wrap. Put some bubble wrap around this bag, put it right on top. Plenty of room. Or what you could do with that space is you could take all the little stuff off of Crossbones. Let's get Crossbones off the base here. So like on Crossbones here, what should come off, in my opinion, what needs to come off and not be glued on, are the knee pads, this pouch, this knife, this pouch, the gun and holster, the extra ammo, the 2 grenades, and these pouches, the head, and the straps to the backpack. This arm being glued is okay, I think. That's actually not that hard to work around. But all this stuff around the belt, all the stuff on the legs, even this looks like this could possibly not be glued on. This was like puttied. That's not part of the mold. That's a separate piece. And the knee pads should come off. The boot's not that big of a deal. Like I said, I would probably end up gluing those on before I paint it anyway to avoid ooze out. But again, the knee pads, the pouches on the legs, all the pouches on the belt, on the back, the straps to the backpack and the head. You could take all those. They're fairly small. Throw them in a little bag, a little baggie. Throw them right on top, right there. Boom. Don't have to cut any more foam. And that takes care of all those loose pieces. Now this piece right here, this hand, This isn't a deal breaker to me as far as it being glued together. I think this is okay. So I don't think anything has to be done with this piece. It's a fairly easy masking job to paint that. So there you go. So either throw the backpack in here like this with some bubble wrap, or what you do is you take a piece of little foam. I took out all the spare foam. My Michaels keep coming undone, so I'm done with this. So then Crossbones just goes back in his place. Okay, just like this. This is the exact opposite of an unboxing video. This is a reboxing video. We're doing a reboxing video, not an unboxing video. Okay, so two options: take all those pieces off the belt and the legs and all that stuff. Throw them in little baggies right here. You got plenty of room. You can even throw the backpack and all those little pieces. The backpack fits perfectly right in here. Boom. Just like that. Now if you want to put a little padding in there, that's pretty simple. Just throw a piece of foam in there. Like so. Throw the backpack in. And boom, you're done. Throw the little bag of pieces right there. Boom, you're done. I don't know why they have to redesign the packaging. It's not necessary at all. Again, I've got all the extra foam kind of out right now, so they would do that. Also, there's all sorts of room in here within Crossbones. There's room right there for a bag of parts. There's room just within this compartment for a bag of parts. Factories do it all the time. Why it's so hard for this factory to do it, I don't understand. And they're telling me they have to redesign the packaging. It's pure bullshit. I'm getting frustrated because the producer is busting his ass to fix this, and the factory said they would replace it, and now they're telling us that they can't do it because they have to redesign the packaging. They don't have to redesign the packaging. I think they're trying to back out of fixing the kits. So my head's in the way again. I apologize, but I want to take the base apart. Also, on the base, we'll get the base in a second. As far as that part of the base. So I have to be in front of the camera or come over here. So this back part of the base with the Hydra symbol, okay? In their production photos of them doing the painting piece, this Hydra symbol is separate from the rock wall. That's really easy to do. All you do is you don't glue it on and you use the same compartment. So this goes in here and just put it in there without any glue. You don't have to redesign the packaging at all. Now, if you wanted to put a little padding between this and that, it's real simple. Again, without glue, guys, no glue. You put the rocks in, you put a small piece of padding, put the Hydra logo on top, and then put the foam on top. Really, really simple. I mean, I'm Polish and I can figure this out. Come on, guys. Again, these pieces are already loose, no big deal. Those can actually just go right in here, or whatever, wherever they were before. Again, not sure exactly how this foam went. So yeah, okay. So far, we have not cut any foam, we have not redesigned anything. Even the backpack, look, plenty of room for the backpack right there. Put it in some bubble wrap. Put it right there, done. Put foam on top, done. It's super, super easy to do this, guys. There's even room over here, where if they wanted to cut a spot for the backpack, they could. Now I should have started from the bottom up, because I do have to take this foam out. Okay. All right, the mic fell off again. 1 second. Okay, here's the bottom layer. What was in the bottom layer? Actually, these two pieces right here. Am I still in frame? Yeah, these two pieces right here, they were in bags and they were right here. Boom, boom, done. So I don't have to do anything with that. Okay. What was over here? This was, Oh, where's the shield? Captain America shield. No redesign because it's already got a spot. It goes right here. Boom, done. Okay, what goes here? The base. The main part of the base. And I got the barbed wire. I can't remember exactly where the barbed wire was. I want to say it was just in here on top of the base, okay? So now we have the bottom part of the base. And what should not be glued on the bottom part of the base is this guy's head, the helmet strap, and his hand. Those should be all separate. And guess what? You can put it right in here with no glue. No redesign, no glue, nothing. So look. This goes back in just the way it was, okay? I've not cut any foam. I've not redesigned anything. Look at all the space. There's a ton of space. There are 6 inches of foam here. Really easy to take either the stuff from the, where's the cutout for his arm? I gotta find that out. So you take all those pieces from Crossbones in a bag, throw them in there. Really easy. There's no reason to redesign or cut foam, to recut anything. You don't have to. There's plenty of space. I'm not sure where this was. Was this in here? Again, I'm not sure exactly where that may have been in there, like that. Oh, okay. So now we got this big beam, goes right back where it was. Again, original spot. These part of the ammo belts. One was in here, up here. The other one is on the other part of the foam, the top part of the foam, I believe. There's a cutout. Yeah, there's a cutout for that. So that goes in there. Really easy. So now I'm going to use some of these small pieces. So you take all these little pieces, you throw them in a bag. They're not going to get damaged, and if they do, we're painting. We're going to put primer on them anyway. And I was talking to a buddy of mine, Randy Van Dyke, and he just received a piece that, again, he confirmed that it was a pre-painted piece that they threw primer on, and it's a pain in the ass because you have to strip it. You can't get it apart, and we're paying $1,000 for these things for a kit. A kit should be way cheaper than a pre-paint because the factory shouldn't have to paint or assemble anything. Saves them time, saves them materials, saves them manpower. So I don't know what their deal is. So again, all these pieces that should be unglued, you put them in a bag, you wrap them in some bubble wrap or whatever. You just throw them in here. And with all the padding and stuff that goes on top of that, nothing's gonna get messed up. Okay. And then this goes back on top, just like it's supposed to. Okay. Boom. No redesign, nothing. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to recut the foam. You don't have to redesign the packaging. It's not going to cost the factory anything. It's not going to cost them any more time or materials or nothing. It's pretty simple. Okay. So now now if I was redoing this, if I was packing this again, I'd have all the small pieces off of Crossbones and the base in a bag down that space or in the space of the Gatling gun. And now we put it all back together and then it's done. And there's no package redesign. So I think they're telling the producer that they have to redesign the packaging. So now I think they're trying to get out of fixing the issue, which is really a crappy thing to do. Which makes me to believe now that I'm really concerned because I have a piece on pre-order, a really expensive piece, and it's a kit through a very well-known commissioner. I'm not going to say names, using this factory, and I just dread that if that piece shows up that's not a kit or has been painted and is a kit, I'm going to have wasted a lot of money. Just to let you know, the kit version of this piece I have on pre-order with them the kit is $1,400. The kit version is $1,400 and it's from this factory. So if this factory can't get this piece, which is it's simple but it's complicated. It's really easy to make a kit. Just don't glue this shit together, put it in a bag and put it in a space that's open. There's lots of space in here. I'm really concerned that if I get that piece that I have on pre-order, that kit is $1,400 and I don't get a kit, I'm gonna be really pissed. So it makes me not want to ever get anything that's going through that factory. And it's a real shame because they have really high quality, but they're saying that they redesigned the packaging for a kit. I repacked this thing here in 15 minutes and I didn't redesign anything. It was really simple. So I don't know why they are now telling their producer they can't do it because they have to redesign the packaging. I think they're trying to get out of it. And that's a really shitty thing to do. It's a shitty thing to do to the producer, and it's a shitty thing to do to the people who purchased this this kit. The pre-paints look amazing, so I do want to put that out there. The pre-paints look really, really good. From the photos I've seen. But again, there's no reason to glue this Hydra logo on. Leave it loose. You can put it in there. Once you put the foam on top, it's not going to move around. The Gatling gun, the barrels, leave all the pieces apart. Put them in the bag. Put them in here. The backpack, there's plenty of room right here on top. Or there's plenty of room underneath where the base goes. All the pieces on Crossbones himself, the legs, the belt, all the pouches on the belt, the straps for the backpack, the knee pads, all that stuff, leave it loose. Put it in a bag. Throw it in here, or throw it in the space in the base, throw it in here up here, and then put some foam on it. It's gonna be fine. So don't know why they're telling why the factory's telling him now that they have to redesign the packaging. And if they do have to redesign the packaging because they don't want to take my suggestions, which is really simple to do. Again, I'm Polish and I figured it out in 10 minutes. Then they need to not charge them for a redesign of the packaging. If they're insisting on it, they need to do it on their own, out of their pocket, out of their time. They screwed it up, they need to fix it. It's not the producer's fault. So, because he's been super, super chill, super accommodating. So this is not a bash against the producer by any means. So if anyone takes it as that is not my intent. This is against the factory. That they are now saying that they have to redesign the packaging for this, to do a kit version. They don't have to. It's really simple. Just take the pieces, put them in some bags, and put them in some of the empty spaces. So easy to do. So I'm putting this guy back in the box for now. Still don't know what's going on with this piece, where it's going to go. I am supposed to be getting a new one, a replacement. Don't know how long that's going to take because they have to recast them up, and don't know what's going to go on that or how long it's going to take, but hopefully it won't take too long. I even put it out there. I would even say, you know what? Don't even prime the pieces. Let me do the priming. Keep them separate. Bare resin. I'm happy with bare resin. Don't prime them. There, it saves you time and money on having to prime stuff. I like the fact that they go through and kind of polish it up and clean up the seams. That's very helpful. But let me prime it, because I end up priming it anyway. I always put a layer of primer on the stuff after I get it anyway. So really no reason for them to throw a primer on it. So there you go. That's how you pack this as a kit without having to do any redesign. No reason to. So sorry that came off as a really negative video, but I'm kind of getting upset with this factory now. I'm feeling really bad for the producer because he is working really hard to rectify the issue. And so he's been super awesome. Nothing against the producer at all. So anyone who knows this producer, you can be assured that his customer service is excellent, okay? He is doing everything in his power to make sure that this gets taken care of for the few of us that bought kits, because we're builder painters. We want the experience of building and painting a piece. We don't do pre-paints. Some painters like to buy pre-paints. I don't, because I want to paint it. So yeah, I'm questioning his factory about really ever trying to get anything that goes through this factory again. I'm super concerned about the one I have on pre-order, because again, the kit version is $1,400. I'm not sure what the pre-painted version is going for, but I'm real concerned about actually getting a kit, because if that piece comes in, it's a pre-paint that's been primed, I'm gonna ask for a refund. That's all there's to it, because that kind of money, you should definitely get what you paid for. So there's my negative rampage about having to do their package redesign is bullshit. So I'm going to call this video Crossbones Re-Boxing video. How to box it as a kit. So, and this is for the factory. So hopefully the producer will send this to them, and they will realize that you don't have to redesign anything. It's super easy to redo and pack it as a kit. No reason to redesign or cut new foam or anything. You don't have to. There's plenty of space in there to put all those pieces in little baggies or something. So there you go. That's the end of this video. That's a little griping video, but I'm just trying to, you know, help the producer out, because, you know, one day they say, oh yeah, no problem, we can fix it, we'll send out kits, and now they're telling you, oh, we can't do it because we have to redesign the packaging. That's bullshit. So that's just my opinion. And thanks for watching. I'm gonna stop ranting and raving right now, but as always, thanks for watching. It's Matt Mrozik. We'll catch you guys next time. Bye.